So I went from 71 kg to 61 kg in 12 weeks, and everything I'm going to be sharing in this video is exactly what helped me. Also, everything I'm going to say here is rooted around real life. So if you have a busy schedule, if you are a mom, if you are juggling career, or whatever, you're just a busy person, then the tips I'm going to share may be helpful to you, because I'm also a busy person. I'm a mom, I have 2 kids, and I also work a 9 to 5 and also do other jobs by the side, as well as content creation once in a while. So yes, I am also a very busy person. So I can't really stress this enough, but one thing that has really helped me in my weight loss journey this period is my mindset. So when I say mindset, what I mean is that I approach weight loss in a totally different light than I had done before. So here's the thing, I've lost weight several times before, but each time I lose the weight, in a few months, I gain it all back. After each of my pregnancies, I lost a very good amount of weight. In fact, it was so good that I had to document everything in a book, and I was actually selling through Facebook ads. But because of the cost of Facebook ads, I stopped promoting the book. Every postpartum mom that purchased that book had something positive to say about it. In fact, I think I still have the link of that book in my YouTube bio. But anyway, each time I lost weight for my 2 pregnancies, I would always gain it back. So I was tired of doing the lose weight, gain weight, and lose weight stuff. So this particular time, I told myself that I was going to lose the weight and make sure I don't gain it back. But I came in with a totally different mindset, like I said. And so I gave myself a long-term goal. I didn't just come with the mindset of, oh, I want to lose weight. So the goal for my weight loss this period was to bring my BMI down to a healthy weight and to maintain it there. So as you already know, obesity is one of the leading causes of several chronic illnesses: heart disease, diabetes, high blood pressure. If you're overweight or if you're obese, you have a higher risk of getting this disease in your lifetime. Having excess weight is not the only risk factor for these illnesses, but it's something that is within your control. So I wanted to take control of that part of my life. So after understanding why I wanted to lose weight, I had to get the right tools. So I got a scale and an app called the Fastic app. So one of the habits I adopted was weigh myself every morning. So what I'll do every morning when I wake up was to head to the bathroom. If I needed to pee or I needed to poo, I'll do all that. Also, without eating or drinking anything, I'll undress myself. Then I'll stand on the scale. Then I'll record whatever reading I have on the Fastic app. So I was doing this almost every morning while I was on my weight loss journey, because I wanted to weigh myself in a condition that I can replicate. That's where the app comes in very handy. So this app has a paid version and a free version, but the free version was more than sufficient for what I was doing. So this is my weight tracker. You can see that on some days I didn't lose weight, where you can see 0 kg. Those are days where I did not lose weight. And some days I even gained weight. Like if you see the orange arrow, you see 0.5 kg. That is where I gained weight for that day. Those arrows that are green, that are pointing downwards, are, days where I lost weight. The weight loss is not linear. Some days you lose weight, some days you add weight, some days the scale is not gonna move. On days where I would lose weight, I used to be so excited, especially if I lost something as much as 0.5 kg. I would really be super excited. So the Fastic app was helping me track my weight. It was helping me track my BMI, that's my body mass index, and it was also helping me track my fasting. So this is my weight tracker. My goal weight is 60 kg, and so far I've lost 9.3 kg. My current weight is at 61 kg. Also, the tracker helps me with calculating my BMI. So when you input your weight and your height, it automatically calculates your BMI. So before I started my weight loss, I used to be in the overweight range, in the middle of this overweight range. But now that I've lost 10 kg, I'm now in the normal range. So I'm doing everything I can to maintain this normal range. So if you're in the blue range, you're underweight. If you're in the green, you're normal. If you're orange, you're overweight. And if you're red, you have obesity. This is not a review, by the way. What I really loved about this app is the fact that it was really simple to use. There was nothing complicated. So you can set your fasting time and you can set your eating time. It also tells you what's happening in your body when you are fasting. So it tells you when your body has started, using up the sugar in your body. So using the Fastic app made it easier for me to stick to my routine, because there's this thing that happens to you whenever you have somewhere to check off your to-do list. So it really helped me, have something to do every morning. When I come in, I weigh myself, I put in my weight, then when I'm done fasting, then I check it that okay, I'm done with my intermittent fasting for today. So it was really helpful with tracking my progress. So for my nutrition, I was doing intermittent fasting. There are different types of intermittent fasting. There's the 16 to 8, there's the 18 to 6, it's a lot of them, I can't remember right now. But when I started, I was doing the 18-6. And my idea of 18-6 for me was that I was going to eat from 12 o'clock to 6 o'clock. So I felt like I was going to be eating at least 2 meals a day. But I noticed something. So sometimes I would eat around 1 o'clock, but I won't be hungry until it's past 6. And once it's past 6, I wouldn't want to eat again. So I realized that I was doing 1 meal a day. So I was kind of getting too hungry and tired, and I was feeling weak. So I decided to adjust my fasting to 16-8. So with 16-8, I'll start my breakfast, my first meal of the day at 10 o'clock, and I'll stop eating at 6 o'clock. So with that, I was able to at least put in 2 meals into my, fix 2 meals into my day. So this is my fast plan. And my fast starts at 6 p.m. and ends at 10 a.m. the next day. So when it comes to intermittent fasting, one thing I would like to tell you is that as much as you want to lose weight, being extreme is not the way to go. In fact, being extreme can make you overeat sometimes. Maybe you may even end up eating what you're not supposed to eat because you're not able to wait for the proper meal because you're too hungry, you're extremely weak, you are tired. So pick an intermittent fasting routine that actually suits you. And for most of the time, for most beginners or for most people generally, what is recommended is the 16-8, where you fast for 16 hours and eat within the 8-hour window. So with my eating, I was on a calorie deficit. I kind of cut carbs a lot more than I used to. So I reduced my rice portion. I also reduced oil a lot in my foods. Even when I would cook, I'll cook oilless soup. For example, I'll cook oilless okra. I'll put very little oil in my beans, or I may just cook plain beans with just salt. I also stopped eating fried foods like fried plantain, fried yam, fried chicken. In fact, anything that has excess oil in it, I would avoid it. I started eating more fish and chicken, and I started eating more vegetables. So you'd see me eat things like rice and vegetable, stir-fried vegetable, boiled plantain and stir-fried vegetable, beans and stir-fried vegetables. So I was eating vegetable a lot. So another thing that helped me in my nutrition was also having quick meals. So foods that I could prepare in a little amount of time. So for example, most times in the mornings, I'll prepare oats, chia seeds, flax seeds. Then I'll put things like banana or cucumber. It just depends on, what I have available. I just put a little bit of fruits, or sometimes I may just eat it like that. The oats, the chia seed, the flax seed, and I'll just eat it like that. Most times that used to serve as my breakfast when I break my fast. Okay, sometimes you're just hungry in between meals and you just want to eat something basically. So I kind of created a go-to snacks for me. And I used to snack on bananas and groundnuts. I know they say bananas have calorie and stuff like that, but I wasn't eating a lot of calories from my other meals, so I could get away with eating bananas and groundnuts. Not so much, but enough to keep you full until your next meal. Or if you want to be very safe, I used to also eat cucumber and groundnut as well. So I think those are readily available. Like when you're out, maybe you're on your way to work, or you're at work and you can't get your hands on proper meal. So I just, you know, buy bananas and granules and I'll snack on those. So some other things that I cut out from my diet are sugar, pastries, juice, you know, packet juice, biscuits, excess oil. I already said that before. I think that's about it. So my focus was now mainly on proteins, fiber, and water. For my fiber, I was eating lots of vegetables. I'll eat cucumber, I'll eat cabbage. I was also doing cabbage stir fry as well, and I'll eat carrots as well. Then for protein, I was eating fish and chicken. Those are my protein source, and eggs, especially eggs. Those are my protein source. Then for plus beans as well, I also ate beans, yes. So when it comes to counting calories, I was not counting calories. In fact, what I did was I made sure I reduced my caloric intake. So I wouldn't say workouts were very helpful with my weight loss, because like I said earlier, I've lost weight up to, let me say, up to 3 times. The first 2 times when I had my kids. So I had my first baby, I lost weight. I had my second baby, I lost weight. I gained the weight again, then I lost it. So with all those weight losses, I never ever really took the gym seriously. So even if I went to the gym maybe once or twice, nothing much. So I was not like a gym person, you understand? So I can't say, in fact, I'll tell you boldly that going to the gym did not contribute to my weight loss. But there's nothing wrong with adding a workout routine to your weight loss. So if you want to add a workout routine to your weight loss, feel free to, you know, jump on the cardio, the aerobics. Like for me, when I go to the gym, I focus on aerobics. I don't know, that's my jam basically. I like to focus on my cardio, my aerobics for my cardiovascular health. So that's what I go to the gym for. I don't go to the gym to lose weight. A lot of people see me at the gym and they're like, "You're slim, what are you doing at the gym?" I'm not at the gym to lose weight. I'm working on my cardiovascular health. So adding the gym to your routine is very good. It's basically good for toning your body and toning your muscles and looking, you know, put together instead of flabby. That's what the gym does for you. But in terms of losing the extra weight and seeing the scale move, if you don't watch what you eat, the gym may not do a lot for you. One thing about weight loss is that if you're not very careful, the weight is going to come back. And that's what people would usually call rebound weight. I have not gained back the weight in about 8 months. And in the next video, I'm going to share how I've managed to maintain my weight. Because believe me, losing the weight is one thing. Maintaining the weight is another thing. I have my systems, how I maintain my weight. Because I know myself, if it was me before, I would have gained at least some of that weight now. But there's the way I watch myself to make sure that I don't gain the weight. In fact, I no longer eat the way I used to when I was losing the weight. So my meal is a little more flexible now, but I've still not gained any weight. In the next video, I'm going to share how I'm managing to maintain my weight this time around. And that's it for this video. If you liked it, leave a like and subscribe if you're not already. Let me know your thoughts in the comments and take care. I'll see you in another video.